Alright, I guess we'll just keep going here. Let's get answers, right?
What do you want to know?
Let's get our answers. Yeah, here we go. The bullying video.
Let's start with the video. Any thoughts you'd care to share? I found it on a flash drive in Kitakata-sensei's room. Or should I say, Kuwana's. I take it that means he's the one who recorded it.
Yes.
That means Kuwana already knew back then the rest of you were bullies too?
Yes.
If that's the case, then why was Shinya Kawai the only student thrown under the bus for it? Kuwana-san didn't show that tape to anyone else?
We had no idea we were even being taped.
You were recording with your phone, you idiot.
Or the reason he sat on it so long until way after graduating.
Why exactly did he sit on it for so long?
Kitakata-sensei said he kept it so he could teach us for the rest of our lives.
What?
If that video came out at the time of the incident, I'm sure life would have been hard for us then.
DC says he has a haiku. A biker club haiku. The race is mine, son. The biker club is the worst club ever, really.
After all,
Okay.
Kawai was exposed online, and that would mean millions of yen in compensation for damages.
Yeah, but you guys could have wound up in the same boat.
No. At most we would have come across as dumb kids he roped into helping him. We might have caught some flack, but people would chalk it up to kids and their cliques and move on. But that's only how I would have gone if it had come out while we were still teenagers.
You're saying circumstances are different now?
I have a child now. A husband, an upscale apartment. If the world sees that tape now, I'll lose it all. And what do you think would happen to my son? The son of a woman who drove a kid to attempt suicide. His life would be ruined. That recording is more than kids being cruel. Mitsuru jumped from the school roof that very night and is still in a coma today.
I get it. You have that much more to lose now than when you were a kid.
So with this video as leverage, Kitakata-sensei is continuing to teach his former pupils. I don't know, like, if a video like this came out, yeah, you could obviously say, look, this person was a scumbag when they were young, but they could easily say, hey, look who I am now. I'm a different person. I grew. I learned from it. I condemn my actions. You know, I don't think that a video like this coming out today would necessarily be the complete utter end of a person, right? Especially a person who has a family or whatever. Like, for example, does it make her look bad? Yeah. But honestly, would it make her family look bad? What does it have to do with her husband or her son? Nothing. So I don't know. It almost feels to me like it's not that. It seems to me more like it's more like they're just so deathly afraid of the truth of who they were when they were younger being known to the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they just never told anyone about that they were involved with this. It's their secret for life, and they don't want anyone to know about it because of their own guilt. I don't necessarily think it would be world-ending to have this video come out, but I think it's more of them never telling anyone, and people will be like, wow, you were dishonest this whole time, you never told us about this, right? Maybe something like that I could see. So.
Same for all my classmates. Kurokawa Academy is a prestigious school, after all. Most graduates go off to great universities and land high-paying jobs. One started his own company. Others have families.
And they're all in your position too, huh? If that video gets out, they lose everything.
Exactly. Do you get it now? He waited for all of us to get what we wanted in life, just so he could threaten to take it all away. And when that time came, he started contacting us. Every student you see in that video.
When was the first time Kuwana approached you?
5 years ago. I was out on a walk with my son.
5 years ago, so that would have been...
And he came strolling up out of the blue.
Like
At
8
first,
years
I
after
barely
they graduated?
recognized him. His eyes were so hollow. Then without so much as a word, he took out his phone and played that video. He's a psychopath.
Well, all you kids tormenting Mitsuru looked pretty psychopathic to me.
Oh, and you're so perfect. An angel who never once acted out of line. Never lashed out at someone weaker than you, or sided with the group to shut someone out. Everyone does it. We were just lucky enough to have some creep tape us. picking on some kid who couldn't take it.
Oh, she
What?
certainly doesn't sound very remorseful. It would be one thing if she was like, you know, I feel terrible. This is something that I did when I was a kid, and now I've grown up and I realize how bad it was. And now I look at myself in the past and I'm actually disgusted. Like me, I am. I look at myself in the past, the shit that I used to do. When I was in the Street Fighter community, I would talk so much shit. I would threaten people. I would troll people online. I'm sure people hated me for very good reason, you know? And I look back on that now, and I'm like, man, I was an irresponsible douchebag, and I feel terrible about it. When I started as a YouTuber 13 years ago, there were things that I said and did in videos that were completely and utterly irresponsible. And I look back on it now, and I tell you, I apologize for it because I feel stupid. Now that I realize that everything you say and do on the internet, when you have a following and a viewership, has consequences, you have to be responsible for what you do. So I look back on those things I did when I was younger, and I say, man, I was stupid, and I'm sorry for it. I'm the best thing I can do is tell you I'm not going to be like that anymore, and I'm going to be a better person. She's like, oh, everyone does it, but we were just unlucky enough to have someone record it. How is that justification? So everyone is a piece of shit scumbag, but we were just unlucky to have someone record us being a piece of shit scumbag. No, just say that's wrong. Like, she's not even acknowledging she did anything wrong. She seems like a real piece of shit. And again, her reasons for the video not coming out, not because you know, necessarily she thinks it would affect her family, more like, because now it'll come out that I'm a scumbag. Like, wow. These people really are scum, man.
What happened to me?
I'd say it's because bad things happen to bad people. You'll sling your barbs from a safe distance, but once you're on the other side of it, you curl up and play victim.
Right, and that's exactly what she's doing.
You said it was 5 years ago that Kuwana showed you the video?
Notice you couldn't say shit, right?
Reminds me of something Shirosaki-sensei was looking into.
What?
There was this guy. I think his name was Shinya Kawai. Something about him getting snatched off the streets about 5
Kuwana,
years
so
back.
they were just talking. Yeah, that's who they're talking about. Yep. Kuwana stepped back into Mamiya and the others' lives 5 years ago, around when Kawai was abducted, which means...
Then it was you guys. You're the ones who abducted him in Kamurocho and murdered him.
No, it wasn't us. We could never do something like that.
Wasn't us, huh? So you're not denying he was murdered after all? Who was it then?
All Sensei told us was to find Kawai somewhere in Kamurocho, then bring him back with us, no matter what it took.
Did Kuwana tell you what he wanted with him?
He needs to be there when you all beg for forgiveness, is all he said. And if we refused, he'd leak the video. So we all went to see Kawai, but he wanted nothing to do with Sensei. Considering he'd cost him everything, that came as no surprise.
But doing nothing would cost the rest of you everything too.
Yes. So we had to force him into our van. After he put up a fight.
Yeah, that lines up with what the local eyewitnesses said. So then what happened? Nobody's heard from the guy since.
We were directed to bring him to a wharf in Yokohama. And that's where we begged for forgiveness. After that, he said we were free to go. All except Kawai.
So you left him there alone with Kuwana?
We had to. The day after, I got a message on my phone from Sensei.
What did it say?
Nothing. There was only a video. It was of all of us, pushing Kawai into the van. Turns out he recorded what we did in the city. You can see all our faces so clearly. How we covered Kawai's mouth as he screamed for help.
Jesus, so he has this on video
Even
too.
if you know all the backstory, the video is a clear-cut abduction. As I was watching it the first time, another message came in. This time, a picture. When I saw it, I just went cold. That's when I knew I would never be able to escape him. It was a picture of Kawai. Dead.
Wow. Ugh.
Anyone who saw those messages would think we killed him after shoving him into the van.
And that's how he got his
Slash.
real leverage on his former students.
Since then, we've been at his beck and call. No matter what he tells us to do, we wouldn't dare refuse him.
He's giving you orders?
That man, he forces us to help him. He makes us accomplices to murder.
Jeez. This is getting crazier and crazier. So, originally, they got wrapped up with him because he had that video of them bullying some kid. At that point, if they had manned up and just been fucking responsible adults and said, okay, it's 8 years later, we're better people, we admit we did this is wrong, it's out in the public, let's get it out there, admit our wrongdoings, it would have all went away. Yeah, maybe they would have had some repercussions at the time, but it would have all went away and they would have been fine. Instead, they decide to do these secret things with Kuwana, right? Thinking, oh, just keep it a secret, keep it a secret, keep it a secret. And it just got worse and worse and worse for them. The more that they did to keep their secret a secret, the worse it got, to the point where then they became unwitting accomplices to murder. Wow. Wow. Okay. I got a super chat from Mike Hawk. Wow, you know, get it? Mike Hawk. Wow, that's hilarious. And he says, good afternoon from Tokyo. I hope this helps. Well, it does. Long term, it does help me. And I do appreciate that, although the name is stupid. So I'm just going to say, I'll just say Mike. Thank you, Mike, for the super chat. Freaking 5-year-old classroom humor. Okay. I am Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth. I don't know about that. I like trying to figure stuff out in these mysteries, but I don't think I'm as good as them. A new haiku from someone only iced F the Trolls. Shivering Nighttime and unpublished chill-filled chills by Lost Judgment. Okay. Doesn't make a lot of sense, though, I'll be honest with you. Let's see here. No MMA Guru, I'm not playing Mario Party no matter how many times you talk about it on my stream. Derek says, here's an haiku. Lost Judgment is awe. Some I am excited for. Pokemon I love King of Fighters. Is this 575? No, that's way off. That's way off, Derek. Sorry, that's way off. Okay. Have I ever been through something like this? No, Carlitos, back. No. The thing is, the things that I did back in the day were very public. I don't have any secrets about, oh, Phil did this really secret bad thing back in the day. All the shit that I did when I was younger was very public. Like I said, posting on the forums, trolling people, acting like an asshole online, stuff like that. You know, there was no, oh, Phil secretly did terrible things to people behind the scenes and now it's a secret that must be kept forever. There's nothing like that. Like, I can tell you, there are no skeletons in my closet, thank God. Yeah, I can't imagine people who live like that. But, damn, what a story this is turning out to be, right? Okay.
What the hell? Murder who, exactly?
I think we know what's gonna be next.
Any bullies involved in suicides.
Yup.
That's who Sensei's got it in for. Anyone he could find across the country.
Wow, he turned them into a vigilante
How
group.
old the case is.
Yeah.
If a student commits suicide, and bullying is suspected as the cause, he'll turn up.
He became like a fucking
as far
Punisher.
As I know, counting Kawhi, I think he's killed at least 7 people.
Wow.
7? How's he doing this?
So his idea of justice is killing bullies? Across the entire country?
He said that's the only way we can atone. Anyone who drives someone to suicide must always face justice.
Holy shit.
Until society comes to terms with this, he says we'll keep getting our hands dirty. That way, we might be able to save the next few Mitsurus before it's too late for them.
Not sure I should say this out loud, but I'm kind of rooting for this guy now.
Yeah, let's not.
So was the murder of Hiro Mikoshiba part of that agenda? We know Mikoshiba drove Ihara-san to suicide 4 years prior. That has to be why Kuwana let Ihara murder him, and how you found your role in establishing his alibi.
Not just me. Grabbing Mikoshiba required a good number of people. All the people who pinned Ihara down. And even the ones who filmed it, they were working for Sensei.
Oh shit, the whole
So that's
thing.
how it went down.
We had an unspoken agreement that we wouldn't directly take part in any killing. He just makes us his accomplices somehow. Like luring a target or digging a hole for a body. But the one thing we can't ever do is turn him down. If we do, he'll send his video of us abducting Kawhi to the police. And then Kawhi's body will turn up with our fingerprints all over his corpse. And we know that because he's hidden Kawhi's corpse in a freezer somewhere.
Oh, how nice.
He's preserving one of his murder victims?
So as long as he has that, you're wrapped around his finger.
By the way, I don't know if you noticed, there sure are either a lot of bugs or dust in this room. Did you see? Did you look at the lamp? All the shit buzzing around is disgusting. Ugh. So, Mitsuru Kusumoto's case 13 years ago was the catalyst that drove Kuwana to executing bullies. Hiro Mikoshiba, who Ihara murdered, was just one of many, and behind him, Kuwana was pulling the strings all along.
Sounds to me like Kuwana's had one thing on his mind for 13 years. Sitting on that video and becoming an Ijincho handyman was all in service of his real motive, killing off bullies. He's dragged all his former students into this hell, until the day it destroys every single one of you.
Is today that day?
We'll see. I'm still curious about a few things though, if you don't mind.
What?
There are these scumbags chasing down Kuwana called RK. What part did they play? Strangely enough, they never came up once during your confession. So tell me, why'd they come for Yoko Sawa?
That I don't know for certain. But Sensei did reach out to Yoko-chan about 6 months ago over the phone. He was asking her about the suicide at Seiryo High.
The suicide at Seiryo High. You must be talking about Toshiro Ihara.
The lawsuit played out like no bullying took place, right? That the school wasn't responsible. But Yoko-chan was a teacher there, and Sensei was able to get the truth out of her.
How'd he do that? What did he say?
From Yoko-chan's perspective, she and Sensei were both just teachers dealing with students attempting suicide. I think that's why she let her guard down and told them everything. After learning the truth, Sensei believed Mikoshiba needed to be held accountable.
So if Sawa-sensei hadn't talked to him, Ihara wouldn't have gotten involved? And none of this would be happening in Ijincho?
Possibly.
No, this isn't right. Sawa-sensei didn't know Kuwana's identity or his objectives. She thought she was just talking through her problems with a sympathetic ex-teacher. At the very least, she sure as hell didn't deserve to die for that!
It's not like we're the ones who did it.
Who is it?
Block number. Hello?
Yo, know who this is, Yagami?
Nah.
Kuwana?
Yeah. I heard you're looking for me.
Where are you?
I'm willing to meet you now if you come alone. But you have to let Mamiya go in exchange.
What?
Alright. She's free as soon as I see you.
Works for me. Then come on down to your office. I thought I'd let myself in.
What?
Wow.
Gotta say, this chair's pretty comfy.
Nah.
Pretty sure I locked up behind me when I left.
Listen, I'll only meet you alone. No one else. And don't make me wait long, or I could change my mind.
He told me to meet him alone. You can let Mamiya-san go once I confirm he's there.
You gonna be alright by yourself?
Well, he already knows Mamiya-san's with us. I'm guessing he was watching us from somewhere. And I can't afford to do anything that would piss him off enough to make him disappear.
Got it.
Oh, we'll take care of this end of it. Shouldn't you move your ass?
Alright, so we have to rush across town to the the office. So Kuwana, excuse me, who we thought was a nice guy, like just a helpful guy the whole game, ends up being completely different. Ends up being someone who basically was an extorter. Then again, when you really think about it, the way that he's operating, it might be because he's so full of guilt over what happened in the past that it made him have a split in his mind, and now he feels like he's the only one who can hold people accountable in all of Japan, because it seems like these bullies always get away with it. So really, he's like the Punisher. He really is. If you read the story of the Punisher, Marvel Comics, someone who basically knew that the mob was always going to get away with everything. He tried everything, you know, every right way, and nothing ever worked. His entire family ends up getting murdered as a result, and he just snaps, and he turns into this crazy vigilante, where by any means necessary, he will put to an end crime, you know, the workings of the mob. Basically, he's like, that's it, you know, he just snaps. He goes from being like a normal guy with a family and stuff to basically someone who is just the rest of his life. He has no purpose in life. So besides ending crime and the mob and all of that. So, Kuwana, or all right, Kitakata. I'm going to call him Kitakata because I keep getting his other name fucked up. Kitakata was a teacher pushed to the brink when these students ended up doing these fucked up things and causing someone to try to kill themselves and become paralyzed for life, a vegetable. He loses it, lost his mind, the guilt, right? The weight of guilt. That's the name of the chapter. The name of the chapter is The Weight of Guilt. That's what made him be like that. And it turned him into this twisted vigilante by any means necessary. I wonder if shit like this really happens in real life. You gotta wonder, you know. Damn. When the normal avenue and process of getting stuff done doesn't work, when people will not end things that are unjust or messed up, take it into your own hands. I mean, the thing is, he's pulling all these people into the dirt with him. Like, he pulled all those students into the dirt with him. Now, obviously, they weren't innocent. And the truth be told, like I said, if these people, when it first came out that he had this video 8 years later, if they had all said, you know what, fuck this. This was 8 years ago. I'm a different person than I was 8 years ago. I'm going to fess up that I did this horrible thing. Yes, in the short term, it might make me look terrible and things might go badly for me now. But if I fess up now and I commit myself to being a better person in the future, then maybe it's not such a big deal. But these people, every one of them, instead committed to them being a scumbag. Oh, I can't let this get out. We've got to do what he says. We got to kidnap people and fucking do all this fucked up stuff that we know is wrong because we can't let people know that we're bad people. You know? I don't know. I'm personally happy that with all the shit that I have in my past, that most of it was always public. And no, I don't have anything like, I don't have any terrible skeletons in my closet or anything horrible that I ever did in the past that, like, I feel like I need to fess up or, oh my God, if it ever remained public, nothing like that. Thank God. I could sleep easy, but there may be people out there who are like that, right? Oh my God, what if it ever comes out that I did this when I was a teenager or something? Like, Jesus, man. I was the opposite. I was the one who was the victim. I was the one who was bullied. I told you guys the story. When I was in college, someone who had bullied me through high school contacted me out of the blue and apologized to me for having been bullied me in high school. You know? All right. Anyway, some shout-outs here. NDO103 has tipped me $50. Thank you so much, NDO. Thank you, because, man, like I said, I don't know what was going on tonight with no support, or nearly no support, I should say. And this helps tremendously. Thank you, NDO, very much for that. That's going to jump us all the way up to $55 in tips. That means it's Gunner Glass's time. I really appreciate that. And then on top of that, Local Nomad just showed up and tipped me $5 and says, thanks for the stream, Phil. Have a nice day off tomorrow. Thank you, Local Nomad. I guess you've been enjoying the stream all along. And I appreciate that as well. I will do my best, although tomorrow, well, I guess we can talk about it quickly. Tomorrow's not going to be a super fun day or anything. Tomorrow, basically, because of the situation this week, like, I have next to no money. The only money I'm going to have is for essentials and stuff. Basically, it's a stay-at-home day, meaning I'm going to go grocery shopping. I'm going to get pet stuff. I have to go to another grocery store to get some ingredients because one grocery store doesn't usually have them. And I'll have to go to the garbage dump. But outside of that, like, basically, I'm running around doing errands all day. But my wife's just going to stay home, and I'm going to basically the rest of the day stay home. I have no money. So we're just going to kind of chill at home and do nothing because that's the situation I'm in right now. It kind of sucks. It's my day off, but it's not like I'll be doing anything, you know, outside of just hanging out at home, which is fine. It's nice to spend the day at home with my family. It is. It's nice to have that break from streaming. I need it. It's the only day of the week that my wife and I could have the break together like that. So we're going to enjoy it. We're going to enjoy having that day to get tomorrow. Just restful day. As a, you know, as opposed to a normal day when I'd be out doing stuff, but I just can't do it. I have no money this week, you know. What can you do? Okay. So thank you guys for your support. Any more support tonight, we greatly appreciate it. As you know, if we raise $100 in tips, you guys get to pick a hat for me to wear. All the hats tonight are eligible. I'm not wearing headphones, and I'm still streaming for a good, half an hour or longer here tonight. So thank you in advance to anyone else who may contribute, and thank you very, very much, NDO and Local Nomad, for those tips. I appreciate that. Carlos says, Derek wants you to read this. This is for Derek. Haikus are hard and tricky. You'll nail it one day. There you go. Yeah, I would say definitely that haikus can be tricky. All poetry is tricky. Is Max Payne inspired by Punisher or Frank Castle? I don't know. I don't think so. It doesn't seem like that to me. Max Payne didn't seem, well, maybe a little to some extent. But in Max Payne, you're like losing your mind. You don't even know what's going on around you. It's kind of a different situation. Punisher is 100% calculated. He knows what he's doing. So Derek tried a new one. Here's a new haiku. I love Pokemon. King of Fighters beta out. Soon YouTubers like... Nope, you're off by one syllable. Yeah, you're off by one syllable. Close, though. Okay. Alright, let's continue. So, we gotta go talk to Kitakata. I'm just gonna call him Kitakata from now on, because I keep forgetting what his fucking name is. The other one, his alias. We're gonna just call him Kitakata. We're gonna see what he has to say. Let's see what he has to say for himself here. Okay.
Hope you don't mind I let myself in. Now, are you gonna hold up your end and release Yui Mamiya?
No. Fuck you. I hold all the cards, bitch.
Come on. You and I can either try to make this work, or neither of us is gonna get what we want. So, you gonna make the call or what?
Hello? Yagami-san?
I'm with Kuwana. You can let Mamiya-san go.
Got it. Will do.
Sorry about all this, Yagami. Why don't you sit down?
Why don't you get the fuck out of my
Maybe
chair?
it's time you and I had a heart-to-heart. How's Kaito holding up?
Kaito-san's recovering in the hospital. For now. Sawa-sensei is another story, though.
I can hardly believe it. She was the last person I wanted to get mixed up in all this shit.
If that's the case, why were you already waiting in her apartment? RK's top men were lying in wait over there to get their hands on you. So why was she the one lying on the ground? Answer me, Kuwana. Was it because of you?
Would you feel better if it was?
How dare you?
You're thinking that if you hadn't stuck your nose in her affairs, she might be at home grading her papers right now. You tell me. Is that what's eating away at you right now? Because if it is...
I had said a million times during the game that he was a fucking asshole to her and kept bugging her, and if you should just leave her alone. I'm just saying. But anyway.
You're mistaken. That guilt is mine alone to bear. It's my burden to carry.
Hey guys, I got an idea. How about you stop talking about fucking wings in my chat right now? How about that? Seriously. Because it has nothing to do with the stream or me. You're just derailing the stream to have your own little stupid inside jokes and try to stab at him and insult him. And I'm not having it. So every single person from this moment forward who mentions wings in my chat tonight is going to get fucking banned. I don't care. I'm not going to have... It's so stupid. Here we are. We're in heavy story development of the game. We're getting all the answers we wanted for the past 35 hours. Wings and DoorDash. Wings and DoorDash. Shut the fuck up, you stupid little fucking ninny kids. Seriously. Shut up. This is not your place to act like a fucking fool. Alright? We're trying to have a good time on the stream. I'm trying to understand this crazy plot dump right now. We don't need to have bullshit in the stream because you're a fucking moron. Alright? Plenty of other places in this world you could be a moron. My stream's not one of them. Shut the fuck up about wings. I don't want to hear about them. Period. Okay, now we can continue on with the story.
I saw in the news that she had been murdered in cold blood. It felt like the whole world had stopped spinning to me. I would take it all back right now if I could. But unfortunately, To fix this, I'd need to turn the clock back further than you'd think.
You mean back to when you were a school teacher?
Yeah, basically. Back to when I still had a little faith in humanity. Seeing someone's life get cut short, you never really bounce back from it, do you? But I don't have to tell you that. I did my homework on you, Yagami.
Oh, he knows his past.
It seems you were a fairly accomplished lawyer. You even scored a murder acquittal. But we both know how that ended. The death of an innocent young woman.
Yep, the first game.
You and I are the same. We both have scars. And they're the type of scars that never fully heal.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
But for Sawa-kun, it was 13 years ago. The very day before Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped, she stopped me in the hall so she could tell me about how serious the bullying really was.
She was the one who told him, and he ignored. She told him that, too, yeah.
I just assumed it was boys being boys. Teasing. I figured it was harmless.
Huh.
That they'd get bored with it, and then they'd move on. I mean, come on. Kawai had to have been twice the size of Mitsuru. It's not like I'd seen any fighting. So I warned him not to overdo it. And eventually he would take the hint.
Well, according to what I was told, you smirked, actually.
Yeah. I guess that's what I did. I was too late. Sawa-kun had to point it out. Sensei, how could you be so blind? She asked. Her eyes were this piercing mix of pity and scorn. According to what she told me, nearly half the class was bullying Mitsuru. She said she'd seen him at the station. She made it sound like he had half a mind to jump onto the tracks right then and there. I'm not so presumptuous anymore. But back then, I used to think my students were my biggest fans. I thought I'd won their hearts and minds. But the look on Sawa-kun's face that day made me see the truth. I couldn't just go on smiling like nothing happened. So I decided to do my homework. The next day, I put a hidden camera in the classroom after school.
So that's how he got the bullying video. He had set it up himself to record the room remotely.
So you admit that you're the one who recorded that video?
Yeah. You saw it, right? Talk about the ugly side of kids. Hard to watch, wasn't it? Unfortunately, by the time I picked up the camera and saw what it recorded, Mitsuru had made his jump. I missed him by a few crucial moments.
Yeah, if that camera was set up like the day before, right?
What happened in that classroom was the final straw. Later on, all the bullies were asked what happened. Each and every one of them lied.
No shit.
Kawai started it. It wasn't our idea, they said.
They blamed it all on him.
To anyone outside of it, all they'd seen was Kawai forcing Mitsuru to do his bidding. So the people held culpable were Kawai and myself. The callous homeroom teacher who deliberately turned a blind eye. That was the day I began living my life with real purpose.
So you couldn't forgive your students who got away with bullying. You went so far. You put aside your own life to make sure they atoned somehow.
That's right. Mitsuru Kusamoto's still a vegetable. He's as good as dead. But I don't care. We have no right to forget about him.
You say that, even though Sawa-sensei ended up paying for it. I'll ask you again. Why were you at her apartment the other day? Don't dodge the question this time.
Master Blaster, thank you for the super chat. Don't worry about it. As you see, I took care of it. There ain't no more bullshit in this chat. Fucking putting up with that kitty shit. We're trying to fucking have a good stream. Man, is the plot interesting tonight, right? We've been playing this game for over a month, you know? 35 hours in. Oh, let's have people come in here and derail. Get the fuck out of here, man. What do you think? Who the hell you think you are? You think you're on someone else's stream. You think you're on some fucking Dippy Doodah stream where they're just gonna let you fucking come over here and be a dickhead. Nah. You're in the wrong place. You're really in the wrong place. You think you're gonna come in here and fuck stuff up for all of us. Nope. So, thank you for understanding, and thank you for the super chat, and thanks to everyone for realigning the stream back to where we're having fun. Appreciate that. Well, Derek's gonna try again. I love Pokemon. King of Fighters Beta hyped 4. YouTubers Life 2. Nope. King of Fighters Beta hyped 4. That's 8. You're still off. You're getting closer, though. Okay. Let's get our answer here.
I wouldn't say I dodged it. But I suppose I should explain from the beginning.
Yes, why was Sawa-sensei involved to begin with?
4 years ago, there was a suicide at Sawa-kun's school. It was her own student this time.
That's right. Lightly Salted Nuts did a super chat. He said, big ups to Jasper Kitty. Jasper Kitty. He is a cool cat. Indeed. I'm sure he's having fun with Cat right now, relaxing. Thank you for the super chat. Okay.
You know this, right? A student at Seiryo High School? Toshiro
Of course, this is
Ehara.
what we're investigating.
Yeah.
When she was in court, Sawa-kun had no choice but to say there wasn't any bullying. Soon as she told me that, I knew Hiro Mikoshiba would be my next target. Of course, she had no idea about any of that. When Sawa-kun learned Mikoshiba had been murdered, though, she reached out to me herself.
Really?
What did she want?
She had a sneaking suspicion that I was involved in his death. She called me a few times, prodding carefully for answers. Quite the perceptive lady, really.
And? What kind of answers did you give her?
I denied any knowledge of it, but at one point, she mentioned something kind of odd. That there was a detective at the school already investigating the incident.
Huh?
She meant you, of course. A detective already knee-deep into the case, despite the police barely even knowing about Mikoshiba.
So Sawa-sensei was the one who told Kuwana that I would show up at her school.
The police are a pain in the ass. But when an out-of-town detective comes sniffing around, that's bad. I knew I had to act fast to get you off the trail. Although, Sawa-kun was a problem too. I thought I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
And then what?
First, I found out where the 2 of you would be meeting up, at that little cafe. Then, I hired the Liumang to step in.
He's the one who hired them.
But you put up one hell of a fight. They had strength in numbers, but you would have taken out the whole group if I hadn't stepped in. Nonetheless, my other message went through. At the same time, Sawa-kun was handed a photo of Mikoshiba's final moments. I left that task to someone you know. Yue Mamiya.
Yep.
They hadn't seen
Figures
each other
much.
in 13 years. Sawa-kun had no idea.
The lady in the sunglasses. Yui Mamiya was involved in that too?
Everything I did that night was intended as a warning to Sawa-kun. Although, I guess I didn't have to be so extreme about it.
Yeah. Sawa-sensei was too smart. She must have started suspecting that you'd had something to do with Mikoshiba's murder. After all, who else could have known we'd be meeting at that cafe? She'd have traced it right back to you.
Even if Sawa-kun had started to suspect me, I knew she wouldn't sell me out to the cops. We're too alike. The both of us lost students to suicide on our watch. That said, I couldn't bear the thought of dragging her down into the mess I started, so I scared her off.
Thank you, Jose, for a super chat. Let's get you up on the leaderboard here. Appreciate that. Okay.
And I thought she would stay away. The day she was killed, she called to ask if we could speak in person. I could tell something was wrong. She was on the verge of tears the whole call. Then she broke down. I asked her why, of course. But she wouldn't give me a straight answer no matter how I tried to phrase the question.
Got a lot more super chats.
So
coming.
then what?
Let's get further.
Did
here.
you just waltz on over there? It doesn't seem like you.
Watch it. You don't know me well enough to say that.
Maybe. But I assume you had some sort of plan going in. Were you gonna confess to her?
Here's the thing. If she'd figured out that I was behind Mikoshiba, and it didn't sit well with her, I would have told her every last detail. Sawa-kun, no. I think she would have understood me. Or at least that's what I had believed.
Yeah, because he feels that basically she's the same as him. Like she's racked with guilt about what happened because she told him he didn't do anything about it in time. She's been racked with guilt all this time too. So he was hoping that she would like empathize. That empathy, sympathy. You know, it's not sympathy, it's empathy. They're feel the same way. You know. And so he would have fessed up to everything and hoping that he could have found almost like a kindred spirit. Not to say that she would want to participate in murder like him, but at least understanding why he's doing what he's doing to try to make things right. I kind of understand what he's saying here. Okay, so shout out to, excuse me, I Ride Bike did a $2 super chat saying he will do another $2 after a successful haiku from Derek. Well, I don't know if Derek will try again. He's very close, though. Brandon also has done a super chat and says, you make me happy. Well, thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. And then MM Master Blaster did a super chat and said, can I DoorDash you food as a donation? No, I don't want food from you. Absolutely not. Stop that right now. Don't ever do that. In fact, that would be a complete waste of your time because no one from DoorDash can get in here anyway because I live in a private community. They wouldn't even be able to get food to me. So, okay.
In hindsight, I think she was forced to make that call. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure she'd have rather washed her hands of me. Hard as it is to hear, I think she called me under duress. RK probably had her hostage. That would explain the vague responses. That's probably why her voice was trembling. It's tragic.
Okay, so the real question here now is, we know he's a fucking vigilante, crazy guy committing murders and shit and forcing scumbag people to do horrible things to commit these murders so that their horrible past aren't exposed. We got all that half of the story, right? But what is going on with RK? Who are they? Why are they involved with all of this? Why did they kill Sawa Sensei? Like, that's the half we don't understand. Why are they after Kitakata? That's what we need to know. Will we get our answers tonight? I don't know, but let's keep going.
You mean it was RK? Why do they want you so badly anyway?
I don't know.
What?
If I knew their angle, I'd be doing more than just scurrying around.
So he doesn't even know.
Are you serious?
Believe me, I'm just as clueless as you are, much as I hate to admit it. Honest, I'm not thrilled that a small army wants my head on a platter. Have you noticed how RK seems to show up at the worst possible times? Someone must be pulling their strings.
Then we're on the same page. At least we agree on something.
Just a sec.
I guess we're not going to get our answers right now.
Yeah. I'm still over here with Yagami-san. You're not being tailed by any of his guys, are you? Okay. Then I'll meet you right now. That was Mamiya-kun. She said she's free. You guys have been true to your word. Tell Sugiura-kun that I said thank you.
Now you want to go? We still have some business to settle here.
Now remember, I'm the handyman here. Let me do the dirty work. I don't know what else to tell you, but you need to get out while you still can.
If you disappear into the night, I don't want to go busting my ass just to find you again. Before you leave, I'll need some contact info. A phone number would be nice.
Oh, no need for that. As far as I'm concerned, this is goodbye.
Oh, he turned into fucking Batman. This is goodbye. Throws a batarang at him. Oh my god, we gotta chase. Oh, seriously, we're chasing him, huh? You know we're not gonna catch. He's gonna get away. He's definitely gonna get away here. Damn, that was a straight up like 90 minutes of no gameplay. Just cutscenes. I mean, they were pretty heavy cutscenes, though. Some answers, finally. Oh shit. Saxophone. Oh, sorry, buddy. So far, hasn't been anything to really pick at. I also haven't seen any items to grab to recharge my energy. Oh shit, I almost fell on that phone. Shit. What just happened? Whoa, I did that inadvertently. I didn't even mean to do that. You won't get away. Shit, we're losing him. He's fast. He's a fast motherfucker named Kid Takata. Gotta catch this motherfucker named Kid Takata. Oh shit, I almost lost Kid Takata. Come on. Damn, he's way ahead now. They're still calling him Kuwana, even though we know that's not his real name. I don't know why they're not calling him Kid Takata when that's his real name. Jesus, look how far ahead he is. Oh, fuck! Oh, he hit me in the face with something. Shit. Oh, this blows. He's so far ahead right now. His energy bar is decreasing, but I hope they don't say, oh, he's so far ahead now that we fail after all this. I don't know where the fuck he went. He won't get away. Where is he? I don't even see him anymore. Oh my god, how do you even know that he was there? Nah, he's gonna get away. I'm calling it right now, he's still gonna get away. Okay.
Yeah.
What did I just say?
Catch you later. Oh, damn it.
Get back here!
I called it.
What the? Where'd he go?
Kuwana!
Oh shit. Oh. More of these assholes.
You guys again. You really need the masks? Come on, Kurakawa kids.
He knows who they are.
You heard that, right? The detective here already knows everything.
Kuwana!
What are you going to do now? What do you think happens when he spills everything?
Not sure I remember, they're all afraid of
Sounds
having
like
their
your lives
secrets
are over,
exposed.
unless you shut him up.
But Sensei, you'll finish the job for us, right?
Huh? Is that you, Akaike?
Oh, he's even got a name to your voice.
Answer me, Sensei!
I know. I'll be the one to finish it. You just knock him out.
Okay then. Time to learn your lesson!
Come on. What kind of lesson is this?
The School of Hard Knocks is what it is. Let's do this. Disarm me. He tripped them both at once. There we go. One slam. And now look at this. The counter with the knife. Very nice takedown. Beautiful. No, you don't. I parried it. Oh, that was sick. Oh, this looks useful. Come here. Boosh. The wind up and the home run. Very nice. All right, Derek's going to try one more attempt at a haiku tonight. Ready? A Jasper haiku. Jasper is so cute. Jasper Kitty loves the vest. Jasper just did that. He did it. Derek did it. He got a haiku finally. Congratulations to Derek. Finally got a haiku. Successful haiku tonight. Very nice. In fact, you know what? Very nice. Okay. Hoi. Now let's continue. Fantastique.
Kuwana? Oh no, Kuwana!
Just a bunch of nerds. He beat up a bunch of nerds. They weren't ready for this shit. You gotta be kidding me. I was gonna say, don't tell me she actually gets it.
Really? So nice of you to stick around. Mamiya-san. Well, since Kuwana couldn't stay, sounds like you're not out of the woods just yet, huh?
Oh my god. It sure looks like Kuwana's plans are falling apart at the seams now. Like, she didn't even get away. Lessons taught. Completed chapter 9. That was an incredibly story-heavy chapter. Holy shit.
13 years in the past. Mitsuru Kusimoto plunged himself into a coma, sealing his fate alongside Kuwana's. Ridden by guilt, Kuwana sets off on a path of vengeance, and the bullies he drags with him are shackled to the shadows.
Thank you, Guts. I'll see you Thursday.
However, Yoko Sawa's murder serves as a deadly wake-up call to what he's done.
Right, and he still doesn't even know why the RK is trying to hunt him down. He has no idea. Chapter 10, Catch a Tiger. So it goes, catch a tiger by the tail. You're supposed to catch a tiger by the tail, but I forget what the saying is. There's more to that. People got fucked up.
Hey. What are you doing?
What do you think he's doing? He's in evidence, you stupid
Getting
idiot.
your identification on record, so you won't be a threat to us anymore?
What?
And I think you owe us after everything you've done. Expect me to come collect one of these days.
Derek, you have a good night as well, man. Thanks for the haiku.
Your carriage awaits, Mamiya-san.
Don't tell me we're going back to that dingy arcade.
We sure are. But try not to hold a grudge. It wasn't us who abandoned you.
Isn't it supposed to be like you catch a tiger by the tail, you catch a bull by the horns? There's like a saying, it's a saying or something.
Higashi, you already called Sari-san and the gang, right?
Yeah, I let them know what's up. They said they'll head over when they're ready.
Did Shirosaki-sensei say anything?
Well, she was pretty stunned when I told her who Kuwana really is and what he's up to.
Sounding a little smug there, Higashi-san. Taking credit for the detective work you didn't even do?
Nah.
Yagami-san.
Whatever, man. Kuwana got away, and that's all that matters.
Alright, I ride bike being a man of his word or woman of their word, I don't know. Did a $2 super chat says on Derek's behalf, because remember he said they would do another $2 if Derek got a haiku correct, and he did. Awesome, thank you.
Still, the task in front of us is finishing Sari-san's case. We have to clear up Ahara's crime once and for all. With Mamiya-san's help, of course.
Finally, I'm ready to get some answers. Well, we still got time till Shirosaki-sensei gets here. Why don't you take a breather, Yagami-san?
Yeah, they're basically...
Huh? That'd be okay?
They're realizing how heavy the story has been for the last 2 hours, and they're saying, oh, if you want to break up the story now and go do some side stuff, you can.
Sure. I'll call you once everyone's here.
Yeah, a break sounds good.
By the way, Higashi, has anything unusual gone down in Kamacho lately? Anything involving RK?
Yeah, about that. My guys are saying things have been a little too quiet since yesterday. Soma and Akutsu are out in Ijincho too. When they come back, they're in for a rude awakening. And they can pay for what they did to Kaito Aniki.
make 'em pay? Aren't your Yakuza days behind you now?
That's not the Yakuza in me talking. That's just a problem I'm gonna be the solution for.
Isn't that exactly what a Yakuza would say?
Fine. Think of it as getting revenge for a brother. I'm doing the right thing, damn it!
Yeah, maybe it's just how you're putting it.
Besides, what's it matter if I was Yakuza? I've got my own code, and I'm gonna do right by me.
Whatever you say. Much as things change, they stay the same.
Since I'm out, I might as well check out how the city's doing. I'll go kill some time somewhere. So there you go. Let's, we are gonna adjourn here for the night. I mean, it's been 2 straight hours of heavy story. I'm glad I did that. You know why? Because we've been doing so much side content that sometimes it's just fun to go ahead and do something super serious like it was tonight. And we got, we actually ended up getting a ton of answers.
What could this mean?
Here we go.
Should be around here.
Let's go nuts. The fuck?
The signal's close.
Yeah, the signal's closed. It's making me deaf. I can't. What is it? No, see, this is too far away.
Bingo.
Oh, aha. Woody Pop? Wait a minute, isn't that a video game? It is. Woody Pop is one of the video games. Very observant. Find 10 targets in observation mode. Yeah, Woody Pop is one of the games for the game system back. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and let's ban this fucking idiot. Goodbye, stupid moron. Okay. Anyway, what I wanted to say was we're gonna say... Wait a minute. Hold on. Look at this. Wait a minute.
Hey, this drawing.
Let's do this one, too, because we're right here.
I can hear it.
These are way easier. The sound ones are way easier. Platinum plate. Whoa. Those are worth a lot of money. I gotta go sell that shit. So, okay, so they're actually requiring you to do some side stuff in town after having doing 2 straight hours of story, which I'm fine with. We've got various things to do. Dueling Dojos is a side mission I never did. The thing is, we're in Kamurocho, not in a Jinsho, but I think maybe if we take a cab, we could probably go to Injinsho and go back and do more school stories right now. I had the feeling like they would allow you to if you wanted to. Plus, there's that other mission, too, about the missing game developer, remember? I agree, Carlos. This was a great stream. The whole chat was chill. Derek learned haikus. Yeah, this was a good one. Not only do we have crazy good plot development, lots of critical plot points have finally been revealed after over a month of me playing this game. We finally got big answers, right? In addition, it was fun. We had good interactions. I want to say, obviously, extra special shout out to NDO, who came in and did a very, very generous tip to help out when it was so slow. But in addition, everyone else, Local Nomad, Jake, Slayer, everyone who did a super chat tonight, because there were many super chats tonight. Thank you all for supporting the stream. So, that was good stuff. Moving forward, I'm going to be alternating this game now on late nights along with Forza Horizon 5. So some variety. It's not just going to be this and it'll be this and a driving game. But both streams will be chill streams and relaxing streams for various different reasons. Since we did do 2 straight hours of plot development tonight, likely the next time that I play Lost Judgment, we will probably break it up with side content, and it looks like that's exactly what the game is intending here. They actually want you to do side content at this point. I would also like to say shout out to Shui for helping me moderate tonight, because it's hard to moderate a stream like this and also enjoy it, and I'm glad that he allowed me to enjoy the stream. Thank you, Stormforce Gamer. He says, have a great night, great stream, and have a good day off tomorrow. DC says, here's a Derek haiku. Derek did his first haiku successfully now. I'm proud of Derek. Thank you, DC, for another celebratory haiku that Derek actually pulled one off tonight. Very nice. All right. Thank you guys. Great stream. Great plot elaboration. We're in chapter 10. I believe the game has 15 chapters. But as always with these games, the last couple chapters are incredibly long because usually there's tons of plot. I'm thinking we probably have opportunity, maybe 1 or 2 more chapters to do side content before we start heavily into the end of the game. So that's good. I'm excited for the next stream. More stuff coming up. All right, guys, thank you so much. Until next time. And by the way, remember, for those of you watching on YouTube, now you have opportunity to like the video if you like it and leave a comment. The comments were on the whole time. Thank you guys. See you next time.